Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time I'm feeding a little icy type of a dude who I put together with a whole bunch of parts from various sources. And this is Cryotan. And he showed up with just one lock rune slot, which is better than having two lock rune slots. I have a feeling that I'm probably going to be taking care of that in time. But anyway, the most important part is to find him a home. And no, you're not going to go over there. You guys all want to do that. We're going to put you with Santa. Okay, for a minute there I thought he wasn't coming back and I was a little concerned. Alright, so anyway, this is... Where is he there? Okay, I wouldn't exactly say cute. No. And we'll find him a name. Anyway, this is Cryotan, and he is a legendary, of course. He is water. He is a titan. Yes, he is. And let's take a look at his numbers here. He's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Whoa! Big time life. Very tanky. The speed is not bad considering his size. He has the mountain here, the mountain trait, which gives him immunity to stun and freeze and various variations of that. So that could make him a very effective tank. So let's check out his skills, his starting skills. We have that one. We're not going to be doing that. Please tell me we're not going to be doing that. This is low physical damage to one enemy. Then we have Tenzing, which deals moderate water damage to one enemy. And that really interesting special skill. Entropic Death of the Universe. Okay. 50% chance of killing enemy outright. 20% chance if it's a boss. All enemies will die after 3 turns. Alright, so in other words, he's going to put Reaper on them. And basically has a 50% chance just to kill one of them outright. If it's a boss, it's only a 20% chance. So the most important part about it is all the enemies will die after 3 turns, unless, of course, they get the Reaper removed, right? When Oros and Igorus were created from a mountain, there was a dangerous side effect. Cryotan. This massive creature emerged from the base where the mountain used to stand. It took both Oros and Igorus to seal him in ice. Unfortunately, Cryotan has now managed to escape. Alright, so anyway, let's feed him up because I'm not really even sure what he is at the moment. I know he's got icicles sticking out of his head, but I don't see eyes or anything like that. So, yeah, let's just feed him up to make him a teenager, where he'll be so much more dangerous. I won't make any comments about family jewels. He left before I could do that. Is he coming back? He's not coming back, is he? He didn't like me talking about the family jewels. Alright, so anyway, let's, since we don't have him, let's work on the skills here. So let's get to level 7 and his first skill. Scotty. Gives 25% of stamina and 1 extra turn to itself. Oh, the anti-General Thetis skill. That could be ugly for my opponents. All right, I have a feeling we're probably going to keep that one until the end because it's just so useful. Because it's been used on me very usefully. All right, let's continue. Since he's not coming back, we'll look at skills. Deals moderate special damage to one enemy. Yes, I'm just going to do that from now on. All right, so a good solid moderate hit, no cooldown. Alright, continue to level 15. Deals moderate water damage to one enemy, removes all negative status effects from itself. Alright, so it's like a little cleansing attack. Alright. Maybe he'll do that for the group one day. Alright, and let's go on to level 20. And his next skill. Deals heavy water damage to one enemy, applies Mega Freeze to one enemy. Target will die after 3 turns. Yes, I know that one. It's been used on my guys. It's ugly. All right, well, I'm going to keep that one. Well, I'm not going to keep that one, so I'll put that one at the end. That's obviously something we'll probably hold on to until the end, because that's Mega Freeze and death. These are good things for our enemies. Alright, let's continue. To level 25, and his final evolution. Can you see him in the background there? Deals very heavy special damage to one enemy. Alright, well, we'll just throw that in the front for now. So we can see him before he... Oh, it's too late. He's not coming back, too. Yeah, not coming back. Alright, so let's continue. It was just a basic hit anyway. It's a good hit, but I mean, it doesn't do anything interesting. So we're just going to continue. To level 30. Doubles its maximum life capacity, applies a 50% life shield to itself. The only thing that's missing there to make it even more awesome would be Taunt. Problem is, this guy already has too much good stuff. I think it's going to go here. Alright, so let's continue. I'm having trouble already. Because there's skills that I just can't get rid of already. You know? Let's go. To level 35. Deals massive special damage to one enemy. Okay, I wouldn't take it. It's got a 3-round cooldown, and this one over here has got a 0-round cooldown. I mean, the extra damage hit is good, but it's got a 3-round cooldown. Let's take a quick look at what we got here. This one is just deadly. Gotta keep that one. Just gotta keep that one. This one is just too useful. You know, if you get in trouble, you get your stamina taken away, just too useful. I can't keep that one. There's no way I can keep that. So, I mean, the thing about it is that I'm keeping the original one. This other one, 3-round cooldown, it's not that much more damage, you know? It's not like double or something. So, I don't even know if I'm keeping this one, frankly. Alright, so let's continue. To level 40. Applies Taunt to self with 100% life shield. Oh my goodness. We're going to do that, are we? Alright, so we have these broken up into 2. The Taunt only lands 1 round. That's a shame. The Taunt is only 1 round. Yeah, I mean, I can't keep both of these. I can't keep both of these. The double life and a 100% shield are pretty much the same thing. Of course, the Olympus there has a 2-round cooldown, doesn't it? Which means he can probably stay taunting a third of the time. That's a very tricky question. This one is good. The one we have already is going to give him a lot more life because it does have a 50% shield. This one protects the rest of the group. I'm going to keep the one I have for now. I mean, I just don't see swapping the other one in there. I mean, the taunt is good. It just only lasts for 1 turn. If it was 2 turns along with the shield, I would take it. But it's only 1 turn. And this one's going to give him a lot more life. So, he's a selfish Titan, isn't he? Yes, he is. All right, let's go to level 45. I'm scared about whether any more are coming up, because I don't know. Okay, deals moderate water damage to 1 enemy, removes... That's the one we had in the beginning, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Is that one I want to consider? I mean, this 0 cooldown attack is just so important right now. You know? Because you got this, which is 3, this, which is 3, and this, which is 4. So that 0 cooldown attack is just so important. Alright, so... level 50! Applies to... No. Alright, and... level 55? I think we've seen everything, frankly. Okay. No, that's a very early one. Very early one. Alright, and our final... I think we've seen everything. Level 60. Yeah, I think we've seen everything. In retrospect, I would like to swap some skills. I would like this one to be up front. Or this one? I don't want this one up front. I mean, he's going to do this automatically if his stamina is taken away. I'm pretty sure that's the way it's going to be. I hope that's the way it's going to be, at least. But anyway, he is quite interesting, and he will mess up days. He's certainly messed up some of my days. All right, let's look at some stats. Oh, wow, look at that life. That's when you put 100 on that, that's going to be enormous. That's really going to be enormous. And he's got a good power. He's got a good power. Speed falling off a little, but, he's kind of big. That's just the thing about it is, you can't be a mountain and be dexterous at the same time. The two things don't go hand in hand, right? The one problem you probably saw along the way was stamina. His skills require some stamina. Yes, they do. So you're going to have to put a big old stamina rune on him, at least one. And also, he's going to be benefiting more, too, because that skill of his that gives him an extra turn is going to give him 25% of his stamina back. So if he's got a huge pool of it, it's going to be more, right? It's going to be more. Let's take a look at the skills that I selected. Now, I'd like to move some of these. I think I would probably like this one in the first spot. If he was going to do anything in an automated fashion, I would like him doing this first. That way, he's going to take somebody else out of the fight. That's the kind of thing. He doesn't have any group attacks. That's not who he is. But he can pretty much take somebody out of the fight if he does this. That's kind of the one I'd want first. But anyway, let's just go through these skills. Deals very heavy special damage to one enemy. There was another member of this chain that was more damage. The problem is it had a 3-round cooldown. And that is another problem this guy has. His skills have a lot of cooldowns. He has one skill that basically it gives him a turn back, so essentially returns, lowers his cooldowns. The problem is probably the first attack he would use, or one later in the fight. Could be useful for later in the fight, though. What it does is, we'll talk about it when we get there, right? Okay, so this is a good solid hit that he needed. Good solid hit, 0 cooldown. Fairly low stamina, too. So when he's waiting for his cooldowns to come back, or somebody comes along and takes his stamina away, and of course he doesn't have that ready, he can hit somebody with this. So there's never going to be a time he can't do anything. You're not going to be able to stop him from acting, unless, of course, you possess him or something like that. And he can always use this one. I think this is better than the bigger hit, because, again, the cooldown and the stamina, it was like a 40 and then a 3-round cooldown, so not very, very useful, given the rest of his skills. All right, now we're going to look at this one. Doubles his maximum life capacity, and then applies a 50% shield to itself. There was another one. There was another skill that basically that gave him a 100% shield, and it applied taunt on him for 1 round. I chose this one because I feel it's a little bit more useful. If the taunt had been 2 turns, I would have taken it. But in this case, I think this one is more useful for him. And I think he's a selfish Titan, frankly. I do believe that. He's not a team player. So I think this is what he would have wanted, and this is the one I took. All right, now we have this one. This one has burned me badly. Gives 25% of stamina back, right? And gives an extra turn. If a naughty General Thetis comes around, takes all his stamina, and his turn comes up, he does this one, gets 25% of his stamina back, and this is what's happened to me. And then lays that on somebody's head. Of course, that amount has to be 25% of your stamina, which means you're going to need some runes, right? You're definitely going to need some runes. So, yeah, definitely stamina. Lots and lots of stamina. So, but, yeah, that's a pretty good skill right there. Pretty good skill. You can also use that later in a fight, too. I mean, if you're running low on stamina, do this, and also reduce all of the cooldowns on all your skills. So, that's pretty good. Finally, we have this one, which we took a quick glance at a moment ago. Deals heavy water damage to one enemy, applies Mega Freeze to one enemy. The target will die in 3 turns. So it gives him a Mega Freeze. He's out for 2 rounds, assuming it's not resisted or nobody takes it away from him, right? He's also got Reaper for 3 turns, which means for 2 of those times, his life is going to be ticking away. Unless somebody does something about it, or maybe he's immune to Reaper or something like that, he's going to have 1 action and then he's going to die. It's also heavy hit, too, which isn't so bad. So this guy here, this skill is really deadly, and it has been used very effectively on me. The key to it, of course, is you have to have enough stamina that you'll be able to use this if your stamina is taken away. So I might have to start building a real stamina for him, or a really big one, the biggest one I can do, to get him to use this effectively. So, mind you, depending on the type of denial you're talking about. But the thing is, he's immune to freezing. He's immune to stun. Other than, at that point, possession, you really can't stop him from acting. So, I mean, this makes him really deadly. You know, you really have to possess him if you want to get him out of the way. And you know what? If he does this, you're in a lot of trouble. If you possess him and he executes that one, you're in a lot of trouble, because he's just going to come back and whack you on the head with that. Like I said, you need stamina for him. You might want to consider 2 of them. The other one, I guess strength. Don't see putting speed on him. That's just not who he is. He's got a low speed, so you're just going to be raising him up by a small a percentage of a smaller number, you know? So I don't really think that's going to do anything. I would give him power, I would give him damage, because when he does hit something, you want him to hit as hard as he can, right? So his 2 attacks that I got for him, they hit hard. So you probably want him to do more damage. But definitely stamina. You're definitely going to need stamina on this guy, because that's his bread and butter. It's too bad he didn't come back for this little talk. I really hope that they fix that. So anyway, this is Cryotan, and he is pretty darn good. Unique as well. I can't wait to start testing with him. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.